woken up in the middle of the night, feeling like someone is watching you. You open your eyes and in the dim light, you see a figure, a faceless, pale creature, sitting at the foot of your bed. This is the chilling scenario that introduces one of the internet's most enduring and terrifying legends. This is the Rake. The story of the Rake is a modern campfire tale, a piece of creepypasta that first crawled out of the digital shadows in the early 2000s. Its description is the stuff of nightmares. Eyewitness accounts, though fictional, paint a consistent and terrifying picture of a thin, gaunt humanoid creature, almost skeletal in its frame. Its skin is a sickly, pale gray stretched tight over its bones. It moves on all fours, its long limbs contorting in unnatural ways, allowing it to scuttle and crawl with an unnerving speed. But perhaps the most unsettling feature of the Rake is its face, or rather, the lack of one. It has no discernible eyes, no nose, no clear mouth, just a smooth, horrifying blankness. And yet, every story insists on one terrifying detail. It's always watching. It feels your gaze, it knows you're awake, and it stares back with eyes that aren't there. The Rake is said to be unnaturally fast, capable of covering large distances in the blink of an eye. One moment it's at the edge of the woods, the next it's scratching at your window. Unlike other monsters that lurk in forests or abandoned places, the Rake's preferred hunting ground is the one place you should feel safest, your home. It appears inside houses late at night, a silent, unwelcome guest. The most common and bone-chilling tales describe it simply sitting at the end of someone's bed, observing them as they sleep. Imagine the sheer terror of waking up to that sight. Paralyzed by fear, you lie there, not daring to move, not daring to breathe, locked in a silent standoff with this impossible thing. The origin of the Rake is just as murky and frightening as the creature itself. It first gained notoriety on the infamous 4chan forums, a breeding ground for many viral internet phenomena and urban legends. A user posted a thread asking people to create a new monster, and from that collaborative effort, the Rake was born. The community pieced together fabricated accounts, journal entries, even supposed historical documents dating back centuries, creating a rich and terrifying backstory. This fabricated history is what makes the Rake so effective. The lore suggests it has been cited for hundreds of years. Mentions in mariners' logs from the 1600s and old Spanish journals, all describing a similar creature. One of the most famous parts of the legend is a supposed suicide note from the 1800s, where a man writes about being haunted by the Rake before taking his own life. This unclear origin, this blending of modern fiction with pseudo-historical accounts, makes it feel disturbingly real. It blurs the line between a simple internet story and a genuine, undiscovered phenomenon. This ambiguity has fueled countless theories. Some people believe the Rake is a manifestation of our collective fear, a tulpa brought into existence by the sheer number of people who believe in it and are terrified by it. The more we talk about it, the more we fear it, the stronger and more real it becomes. It feeds on our anxiety. The stories continue to evolve and spread. One of the most circulated tales involves a family who claimed to see it leaning over their sleeping child's crib. The father, rushing in, was supposedly attacked, and the creature's last words to their dying daughter were, "He is the Rake." These narratives, shared and reshared across forums and social media, became internet folklore. Then came the evidence. YouTube and other video platforms became flooded with supposed sightings. Grainy, shaky videos taken in the dead of night would show a pale, contorted figure dashing across a backyard or peering in through a window. While almost all of these are easily debunked as hoaxes or misidentifications, they add another layer to the legend. For every 10 fake videos, the thought that maybe, just maybe, one of them is real is enough to send a shiver down your spine. Each blurry photo, each distorted audio recording only helps the legend grow, embedding it deeper into our cultural consciousness. Why has this particular monster captured our imagination so powerfully? What makes the Rake different from Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster? It is because the Rake symbolizes a very primal and personal fear, the fear of being watched, and vulnerable when we are alone in our own private space. It's the ultimate home invasion, not by a person, but by something wholly other. It represents our deepest anxieties. It's the embodiment of sleep paralysis, where you're awake but can't move, and you sense a menacing presence in the room. It's our fear of the dark, of what might be hiding just beyond the sliver of light from the hallway. It's the nagging feeling that you're not truly alone, even when you should be. The rake isn't just a monster. It's a metaphor for the nameless dread that can creep in during our quietest, most vulnerable moments. Even knowing that it's just an internet legend, a story created for entertainment, doesn't completely strip it of its power. The rake has kept millions of people awake at night, glancing nervously at the foot of their beds, listening for a strange scratching sound at the window. The image is so potent, so deeply unsettling that it's hard to shake. It taps into a shared, universal nightmare. The idea is so simple, yet so effective, that our own imagination does most of the heavy lifting. So, let me ask you again. Imagine it's 3 in the morning. A strange noise has woken you up. You lie still for a moment, listening. Then you slowly sit up and look towards the end of your bed. And there, crouched in the darkness, is a pale, hairless figure with long, thin limbs and a featureless face. It doesn't move. It just watches you. What would you do? Thank you for watching. If you enjoy exploring the dark corners of the internet, make sure to follow for more.